So, David Cameron once dismissed the idea of an emergency brake as inadequate. This morning, Downing Street's indicating that a brake on welfare benefits for EU migrants might be acceptable if it was applied immediately, but it would only be a stopgap measure. This evening, the Prime Minister meets EU Council President, he's called Donald Tusk, from Poland, as he tries to broker a deal ahead of a crunch summit of European leaders in the middle of next month. But will the fractious Leave campaigns, and there are several, be in any position to take advantage if the Prime Minister is seen to fail? Here's our Giles.
Right now, the future of Britain inside or outside the European Union is being decided. You might think it started here in Brussels, or that the media's massed ranks are awaiting the outcome in the European Parliament in Strasbourg, or that we're hovering with bated breath for a decision in our own Parliament. But no. This week the decision was made in Havering in Essex.
In this chamber right now, Havering councillors are debating whether to vote to leave the EU. If they do, of course nothing will change, because the smart amongst you know, no council, not even the British Parliament, will have that vote. We will when the referendum comes.
Nevertheless, Havering Council deliberately didn't deliberate on the leisure centre or Meals on Wheels. However, the Prime Minister, meanwhile, was hurrying for a deal on wheels, not with councillors, but 27 EU member states. It's his plan to block in-work benefits for EU migrants for 4 years that's getting the bumpiest ride. The EU counter-proposal of an emergency brake on access to benefits, if a country can prove its welfare system's under strain, has not gone down well with Eurosceptics back home.
I don't think it is a proposal. I mean, it's a bad joke. They're saying that we're allowed to go to Brussels and ask their permission to change our benefit rules, and then they'll say no. Well, we can do that at the moment.
David Cameron still wants that benefit ban and knows accepting the emergency brake as is would only accelerate any campaign to leave.
We want to end the idea of something for nothing. People said that was impossible. There's now a proposal on the table. It's not good enough. It needs more work, but we are making progress.
I believe you've got to put country before party, country before personality, vote for freedom and vote for Leave. Thank you.
In Havering, they aren't waiting for a date or a settlement, and the Prime Minister knows Brexit supporters are eyeing his own cabinet to see who might be tempted to do the same.
Michael Gove might come out for Leave. Boris Johnson, though it's rather doubtful, might just possibly come up for Leave. Theresa May, who's certainly preoccupied by immigration control, maybe. And then finally there's Sajid Javid, the business secretary, who's got the most Eurosceptic record of all. But it is very difficult when you're a government minister and you've got real feelings of loyalty to your party and your Prime Minister to depart from the line. And a lot of pressure, moral pressure, if you like, is put on you.
A Havering Borough MP thinks that kind of pressure is wrong.
I think that this is a decision that we all have to make from our conscience, and it shouldn't impede on people's political careers. People should be able to make up their own minds and not worry about whether they're going to be sidelined or punished as a result.
Those who do out themselves for out will need campaign wizards who can lead an official Brexit charge. Which of two battling groups that is yet is undecided. But so far both have seen a bad spell of personality clashes and darkening moods, way over the heads of most grassroots Brexiteers. The chance of winning over undeclared MPs is the magic they're looking for.
Well, we did describe it as like the Dementors slowly sucking the people up out of the body corporate, effectively. And I do think that there will be a coming together now. And probably for very good reasons. There have been divisions in the past, but I think this campaign won't be just about politicians. It's about the people versus the elite in many ways. In fact, you have a referendum, don't you, really, when the politicians can't decide what it is they want to do.
Meanwhile, back in Havering,
the United Kingdom Independence Party motion is therefore carried by 30 votes to 15.
So,
Councillors in Havering have voted for a motion that says they would like to leave the EU. Now, there are plenty of councillors who said they don't have any business debating this. Far more important things they should be talking about. But what it might show is that for some people, and in this case an official elected body, never mind what the date is and never mind the renegotiation, they'd like to make clear their views right now.